Hello, Cloud subscribers and no subscribers as well. Yeah, this is weird, this kind of video, this format, but I want to show you an update that we've been working on for a while now on Blender Cloud. It's not only like a visual refresh, but also an update on how to find the assets and how to navigate all the content that we have in the cloud. One of the issues was that we have way too many things. So we're working on improving that and exposing it better. So in the landing page, when you're not logged in, nothing has changed pretty much. It's when you are logged in that things get a bit more, a bit different, but I think a bit more clear. So big block production, what is going on. This is like all the blocks in the Blender Cloud for the podcast, for the current project, in this case, Spring. It's all here. Then the films in production on the right. The latest assets, that hasn't changed much. It's mainly the 4 sections that the Blender Cloud is divided into that has changed. The navigation has changed. So open projects, the big one we have now is Spring. So you can go straight to browse it, the one that is actually going on right now, plus the other ones that we worked in the past. From here, you can go to browse the project or just go to the dedicated blog page where you can actually see the previous blog post, or you can even go to the archive to see all the blog posts at once. From there, you see now that you are in a project, you can actually jump between the project to like browse it, go to the home page, or go back to open projects. And then the other sections are hidden just to, they're not hidden, they're somewhere else. They are here in the hover drop-down menu. So you're still here. If you're only looking at the open projects, you can go back and forth between navigating a project and then between the blog and the rest. So that at least it's not all over the place right now. If you want to go to other places in the cloud, you have this nice menu where you can jump back to the home page and then you're back into all of the sections. The same with libraries. Libraries and Learn, there's 2 new places in the cloud where it's divided in sections. So in this case, when you can learn from courses such as the motion graphics from the Mantisa, from Mitch, or workshops like the Minecraft one from Dylan. And the new special section that we made is called Production Lessons. So this I think is a big one. Over the years, all these years of making, over 10 years of making open movie projects, the team has always, at the end of the project, like one of the goals of making an open movie is to improve Blender and also to create documentation, right? To show how we made the movies. So those production lessons, we are tagging them specifically to be presented here on the cloud for everyone and to find them even after years. So for example, did you know that there is a fight scene choreography explained? Maybe you do, maybe you did, because it's not too old. Actually, this is very like 1 year ago. But there are other things that are priceless and it has been being used. For example, the Hjalti's animation breakdown or NLA stuff, or how to make a running ship, and the explanation from Hjalti explaining everything, the references, all the step by step. This is huge. So it's a 45-minute video that is priceless if you're like, if you want to see how this shot was animated. And usually this content will be hidden, or not hidden, but just buried among all the other content on the open projects. So you will have to like know and go to Cosmos Laundromat and then browse there. But with this section, we try to give it more exposure, you know, like Llama on Ice. This is another great video by Hjalti, just explaining the issues by animating a llama on ice. But of course, this is ordered by date, so you can see the ones from Spring as well. This is the new one from a few days ago from Julian, our very own Julian here at the Blender Studio. So there is a mix of older content and new content. Once you're watching a video, there is also features. So one of the features is an update to the video player. So in this video player, now you can watch it as always. You can change the volume, and that volume will be saved across sections. That's a little thing, but it wasn't there. if you lower the volume and you go to another video, it will be up. So we worked on that. Then you can change the speed of a video as well, which is very handy if you're don't have a lot of time and maybe you just want to, maybe let's put a little bit of the audio here so you can hear. And then if you want to speed it up, just you can go 1.5, twice as fast. It's hard to follow at that speed, but you can still see it. Or you can just pause it and then go 4 times as fast. So you can actually go through the video faster. So that is that's another thing that was fixed. Then you can scroll once you're there and you won't scroll the audio anymore because you used to be stuck and scroll the audio. And for animation, there's something that's very nice that I can show one of the videos from the Dweebs. This one, the rooster walk loop. So for loops, some time ago, we added an option that allows you to turn on looping on a video. So after you watch it, instead of having to play all the time, you can just enable loop and it will just loop. Once you're there, you can play with the speed setting, but not to speed it up, or if you want to go crazy, or you can also slow it down. So you can see frame by frame the animation, which is also very, very handy. And this also works very well with like time lapses. So if you're seeing for example, a time lapse of Krita painting, you can, and it just goes too fast for you, you can just put it like 25%, and you can see the strokes more easily. So I think it works both ways. Let me know what you think. Do you need more speed, 8 times, 10, 50 times, or even slower? I think this is enough. It's already a long menu. But this feature goes really well once you have all these videos and once you have seen all the production lessons, like we are following the production lessons, you will notice now that everywhere where you see an asset, you will see a blue bar underneath, and that represents how long have you watched, where did you left the last time, and also it will mark some videos as watched when you watch them all, or you watch at least there is a function there that it goes like, if you watch like 95%, maybe it around there, it just does some math for you to mark it as watched. So I think that's a very nice improvement, because that way you can, when you're like watching a course or a workshop, you can go and see, okay, this one I watched, this one I haven't, and then you can keep progress. We have some features that we would like to improve even more. So when you're watching but it's related to this. So when you're like watching a training, you could mark which ones you watch, or you can keep them as saved, or you could say, okay, you are 50% or halfway this training by using this watch or not watched counting. So of course this information is only visible for you, so it's all completely safe. It's open source, even it's on the Blender developer website, so completely all in for your Blender ID. I think that's about it. That's the main things when you can organize these sections, open projects. We are highlighting the latest ones, and this is no particular like order. This is just the latest 4: Spring, Hero, Daily, Divs, and Agent, the ones that are sorted here. Then Learn, the same libraries. Just try to give a bit more exposure to the texture library, which is huge and keeps growing. Then you have HDRI, hasn't changed. Characters, the same. And the art gallery, the awesome art gallery. So we keep improving them. And also the services section, which now features up here Attract and Flamenco. Before you have to like guess where Attract and Flamenco, or you have to go to a project that has Attract or Flamenco, and then you go there. So now there's landing pages in here, and also access to the cloud add-on and more. So yes, there is so much in the Blender Cloud. So many years of work and tutorials and open movie projects that it's good to finally have the time. And for example, the list here in production lessons, it's fairly long, but we still have to go through my older projects and just mark these videos as production, basically. So we'll continue adding more videos here, and then will be like the one place where you can go and find them. I really hope you, of course, you can still see my projects, your own projects, image sharing, Blender Sync, everything is still here. Everything is still like your Blender versions with the settings. Everything stays in the same place. The image that you have shared in the past, they're also here. So everything it's where it's supposed to. It's just a bit more organized. And this is just the beginning because we have a new developer on board. So if you have followed on the Twitter account, we have a new developer that is called Tobias Johansson, and is here at the Blender Studio full-time working on Blender Cloud, Attract, Flamenco, all the services around the cloud. So you will see many more things. So this project, the Blender Cloud update, it's the result of months of working and just going through concepts. The initial concepts were done by Sam Liu together with Francesco Citi, a lot of feedback, and so yeah. Thank you, Sam Liu, Francesco Citi, especially for keeping track of everything around here. Sivren Stuvel, also developer on Blender Cloud. Tobias Johansson, our new backend developer, and I was involved in the interface. So it's a team effort here at the Blender Cloud. This is what keeps the Blender Studio going and the Blender Cloud and the open content creation. Remember that Spring is funded by the Blender Cloud, and it's improving Blender 2.8 by every day, finding crashes, pushing the limits of what can be done. So by joining the Blender Cloud, you are supporting Blender 2.8 and Blender in the future. So thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think about this new cloud. Let me know how can we improve it. And I'll see you again in the next video. Ciao.